Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the castle at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth once again, and the action just moments away from starting. And we will find out if we're going to see it through till the end, whether and old Mother Nature has plans of rearing her head into this one. Will she play a factor, or will the gentleman on the field get to see a full 90? Only time will tell, and you're in the best seat in the house, or one of the best seats in the house, or at least the best seat in your house at home to catch all the action live on YouTube. That is your home for all of the night's games, but you can also come catch us live here at the castle. Our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square still serving chicken sandwiches to the fans that are starting to get bundled up here as the wind is howling. And the action is now underway. Not every day you get to witness the potential beginnings of a rivalry, and that's what we have right here in front of us as this Prince George's Community College team made the jump up from Division III to Division II, and now it is a division and conference battle between the Knights and the Owls. The Owls had been a tough Division III opponent for the Knights in all sports. Now making the jump up and a chance to play an early spoiler for Coach Fiedler's squad, as this is two teams that have still yet to taste defeat. The Owls came into this one 1-0, and the Knights 2-0. The Knights' goals scored per game right now, 8.5. The Owls just behind them at 7. So two high-powered offenses, or at least the displays of two high-powered offenses. As the Knights are looking for their first run towards the goal. Owls giving an inch. Now having to regroup as they couldn't get the clear off. Quick throw in towards space. And let's do it again as defense in position. Saw that run towards the goal. The Knights had just an inch, but the Owls able to regroup, shut the door momentarily. Knights trying to swing it back open. Kick to the outside. Here comes the cross. And that door shut once again. Good closeout defensively. Knights still knocking on the door. Searching for the game's first opportunity. Knights play for control. Move it back to the D-line. And a steal right there at the midfield and some early rough stuff. Will draw the whistle. Gives possession to the Owls, but it also gives the Knights a chance to regroup as the Owls look like they were moving towards a quick transition opportunity. You're a player, coach, or fan, you may be thinking that's a smart foul. You don't really hear that term a lot in this sport. That's usually more saved for the hardwood. Transition opportunities deadly no matter what sport you're playing. Everybody set up here. Ball's right there at the midfield. The Owls over everybody's head. And for a second that looked like it was good. And then it wasn't. Owls got a good strike there. Good spin on the ball over everybody's head, but no one could run underneath of it and put a touch on it. Missed opportunity there. Knights clear it out of the danger zone, but not with possession. Evening is starting to turn to night as the sun has certainly gone away. The lights are on here at the castle as another steal at the midfield from the Owls. Knights step up, create the steal. Their turn to go in the transition, and just a little out in front of Yakin. Bartu Yakin wearing number 19 and running up this near sideline. Had a run there. Something developing on the other side now. Offsides by just a hair, and that run started and the flag came up almost immediately. But that is back-to-back runs here for the Knights, where they're piecing something together on the sidelines, finding just a little bit of space. Next time around, maybe they finish the run off. Smartly using the head to play back to the goalie. Bouncing all the way around. My goodness! An early Shackton a full moment almost. But everybody's got a chance to steady the beating hearts. At least for a moment, as the Knights will have a corner kick. My goodness. Blink and you missed it. Smartly played it back to the keeper with the head so he could use the hands and fumbled the bag, so to speak. Another chance to make the play on both sides. Corner kick, first of the game. Good strike, couple of touches, and now the clear. Bounced around, couple of teams had a chance, couple of different players, I should say. Both teams had a chance at it. The Owls get the touch that matters most. They clear it out of the box, and now they are looking for some offense. Quick strike. Gets the ball deep into the Owls' offensive zone. Knights wanted to let it play back to the keeper, but the ball pressure made him clear it out. Oh, there's a turnover at the midfield going the Knights' way. A carry, a tackle, a change of possession. Some good, solid effort on display from both teams here. Hot potato with possession, but some fancy footwork in between. The skill on display early here. Another throw in for the Knights, but it'll come in a little bit more favorable spot. Trying to get around two. Wants the call from the sideline judge, but instead it'll be a goal kick. Tremendous effort from Alexis Maldonado, freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland. Wearing number 10, carrying it. A little bit of a dangle move if you're a hockey fan. He kicked that ball over towards space, tried to run over and get it. Was unable to. These two teams continuing to go back and forth with possession over the last minute or so. There's a miscue and a whistle. The initial, missed touch by Hidesi, Aiden Hidesi, led to a couple of more missed touches. And these two teams once again going back and forth with possession. Oh, there's a through ball. And the Owls come in with the slide tackle at the last second. Not out of the danger zone just yet. Here's the first whistle that really goes the Knights' way. About 35 yards into the offensive zone, just about 10 yards outside of the box. quality opportunity for offense. Almost 10 minutes into the contest. Looks like the Owls have a 3-man wall set up. They elect to go short. Off a deflection. One touch, and he loses a shoe, but can't get it on goal. What an effort on both sides. A nice little play put on there by the Knights. Got the Owls out of position, or what seemed like they were out of position. Deflection. Well, that has everyone thinking another song and dance here. Around one. How about a second? But a great recovery. Oh, my. Oh, but he gets it with the leg. Another bouncing ball almost watches the Owls come up on the wrong side of one. Sent away at the last second. My, oh my, the drama building. That free kick we saw minutes ago, just the tip of the iceberg. Couple of bouncing balls later, and the Knights are still knocking on opportunity's door. And here's a big whistle and a stoppage of play and our first card. The rough stuff picking up here. These two teams looking to really finish this game, get a full 90 minutes in, so Mother Nature doesn't bring us to a halt. Part of that, or part of the plan in doing that is we're going to have a 5-minute halftime period. These two teams are only going to take a 5-minute break at halftime. And I wonder how that's going to play a factor in the back of the coaching staff's minds as we have a free kick from pretty much the same spot we had earlier. And my, oh my, if he had a different jersey on, if he was wearing purple, that'd count for 3. But here on the turf today, it's nay-nay. We're still scoreless at the Castle, but the Knights are still knocking on opportunity's door. This time, Prince George's County shoots themselves in the foot with a bad clear attempt, followed by another whistle in a tough space. Is the third time the charm here for the Knights. This is the third time in about 2-3 minutes they've had a free kick from this same spot pretty much. Just outside the box, far sideline. Opportunity for offense. He wants the kick this time. Looking for someone to finish, and a couple of white jerseys there, but too many gray jerseys creating a wall and not allowing those Knights players to get under the ball like they needed to. They were there, just not in the spot they needed to be. A for effort on both sides. Beautiful strike. Forwards are there. Defense makes the play. Oh, nice move to get around one. Here's space on the near sideline. How about a second with the truck stick? And the third was too much. Tremendous one-on-one effort, but the Knights will have a chance to regroup and set up as they look to defend the corner kick. Highlight reel moment just a second ago, and my, oh my, a lot of mustard on that dog. Personally, I like it spicy. Well, that one a little too hot. Blink and you missed it opportunity for the Owls. They quickly got that ball into their offensive zone, and now they are quickly watching the Knights attempt to clear it. Takes a couple of bounces, and finally the Owls clear it. Through ball. Goes over the line on that far sideline as we approach almost 15 minutes played in half number one. Both teams are searching for their first shots on goal. That being said, the Owls have almost watched two sneak by them. By their own hand, so to speak. And those two opportunities, I think, a big part of why the momentum is rolling on the side of the Knights as we approach the 30-minute mark. Owls trying to switch fields there, seeing the space on this near sideline. Pass just a little out in front of its target. Knights on the merry-go-round again. The chip. It was pretty. The defense shutting the door. There's a few times the Knights have made a run towards the goal or looked like they were piecing together a run towards the goal where it looked like the door was wide open, only to have the Owls shut it at the last second. Bend don't break defense here for the Owls a few times, but stepping up to make the plays. Knights, certainly same can be said for them on the other side as well. Just a lot fewer opportunities for them to have to stand up and make the play. We don't keep track of time of possession up here in the broadcast booth, but if we did, it'd be leaning towards the Knights right now. Ever so slightly. But hey, what good is that when we're playing to a scoreless game? Knights looking to switch fields. Oh, what an individual effort. And they'll play it back to the keeper. He doesn't have much time. Charles Barkley level box out. One more time. What a fight taking place in front of us. A beautiful match unfolding and a beautiful play finishing off right there. Centering pass right into the middle and the top shelf cookie for goal number one. How do the Owls respond? How do the Knights respond? This game will change a little bit. Knights trying to make sure it changes a whole lot. They want that one to be the beginning of the floodgates. I think it is important for the Owls to put a strong run together right here in the next couple minutes. Do not allow this Knights team to continue to build this momentum on their side. If they let this thing get away from them early, it'll spell the beginning of the end. Under 30 minutes to play now in the first half. Shot on goal number one for the Knights was a sweet one. My dad used to say, growing up, the pass prettier than the shot on that play. Pops, you certainly were right. Oh, the trickery at midfield. Set up by the strong defense on the other side. Another strong pass. Turn, shoot. Let's do it again. Owls in position this time around. And that one will, oh, it's saved from going over the line. Another centering cross. And the save off the mitts. Point blank. Sometimes you play goalie. It's kill or be killed. And the man in between the pipes for the Owls said, let's live a little longer with the score right where it is. Not out of the danger zone just yet. Second corner of the day here for the Knights as they search a little longer for goal number 2. Ball's up. It's a missile. And it's cleared initially by the Owls. I'm sure he probably wanted a little bit more airtime on that one. And we've got some rough stuff. And a stoppage. We'll take one, too. Frustration written all over the face of that Knights player. Injured player for the Knights was able to walk off of the field under his own power. And also, I'm sure they want to limit the stoppages, or as long, want to try and make the stoppages as quick as possible when we do have them, with everyone trying to get this game in its full 90 minutes before the lightning comes. I've been told she's coming around 9. So we're making good time right now. "26 minutes left in this first 45. We've almost played a full 20 minutes, and it's pretty close to even. The Knights up by the smallest of margins, just 1. But you look deeper into those numbers, and they start to point more and more towards the Knights. No shots on goal so far for the Owls in the first 20. 2 shots on goal for the Knights, and that doesn't even include the 2 that the Owls almost surrendered at their own hand. This has certainly been the first fight of the year for this Knights team, but so far, they're punching. They're answering. And they're out-punching, most importantly. Oh, what a move. Around 1. Here's the pass. And could not get around that last defender. Whole lot of daylight around number 28, Leon Blank. But he said nay. The run stops here. Moves it back. It's the first extended possession we've seen from the Owls here in a few minutes. Knights aren't giving much of a room, and now they've got possession. But maybe a little bit of a glimpse into a potential change in strategy for the Owls, where they take a page out of the Knights playbook. Look to play it back to the defense. Play for control. The Knights always just looking to take what the defense is giving them. They'll let another team do a little bit too much so they can take advantage of a mistake at the midfield. Keep it simple. Keep the ball in front of you. Keep moving those chains. Owls moving him just a little bit. Throw in on the far sideline. About 5 yards away from the midfield line. Referee wants him to back it up a little bit. Referee will let you take an inch on those throw-ins, but you can't take 4. Oh, nice play. Owls noticing the space here on the near sideline, trying to take advantage. Couldn't catch that ball clearly, but a nice little triangle pass there. Owls looking to go again. Long shot, wide of the net. Couple of different plays set up there by the Owls. Saw them try to clear fields, or switch fields, I should say, initially. And then the quick 3-man triangle pass setting up the cross attempt. That was cleared away. Owls building a little bit of momentum for themselves here as we approach 20 minutes to play in the first half. They weathered that initial storm of momentum that led to the Knights' first goal of the game. Could they be building some momentum for themselves to try and get this game back to even before we get to the halftime whistle? A halftime whistle that, remember fans, is going to be brief, just 5 minutes. That's all these two teams are going to get. It is going to be a fight, a long 90 minutes if we can see it through till the end. I'm assuming we're going to see fresh legs checking into the game as the game continues. And if the game continues to stay close and stay competitive, I'm also expecting maybe 1 or 2 more cards. We've already seen some rough stuff. No reason to think we won't see some more. These two teams are in a fight right now at the Castle. And why not? The lights are on, and it's game day, baby. Flag is waving on the other side, and possession will go to the Owls. The Knights thought they had a transition opportunity. And they would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for that man and his pesky flag. Instead, it's an opportunity for the Owls right there at the midfield line. Looking for some offense. 20 minutes left to play in the first half. Big boot right to the box. Knights get to it first. And oh my! The battle continues here after the whistle. Free kick for the Knights. That came just about 10 yards into their offensive zone. Little bit of a mistouch there. Having to run and get it gave the Owls a little chance to put some ball pressure on. We are seeing a couple of just beautiful passes in a row from the Knights, though. That string of wonderful passes ended with the cross attempt that was just off of its target by just a little bit. But that was tremendous ball pressure put on by the Owls, and the Knights didn't blink once, passed it all around the field, and got themselves out of that jam quickly. It's almost like Coach is right when he preaches, no one can move as fast as the ball can move when you put a strong pass onto your teammate. Hardwood, turf, or ice, it doesn't matter. Coaches preach it. When you see the players execute it, it's a thing of beauty. The Knights' beautiful passing is what set up the offense last time around. Maybe it's the defense here. One move. And one move is all we'll see as the defense makes the play at the last second. The initial play. Knights looking to hop back on the merry-go-round. Clock continues to tick here in this game. 17 minutes away from the halftime whistle. Usually oh man, a steal in the offensive zone. Is that a costly turnover? Knights. Couple of different players watched that ball get past them, and they had no opportunity to get a body on it. And it rolled all the way onto the other side. No chance at a scoring opportunity that time for the Knights. What could have been? Almost a costly turnover by the Knights. Again, the ball pressure spectacular. The Knights passing even better. Oh, around two. Couldn't get around the third, though. Long pass. And ref says play on. Man, that is a tough one depending on where you're sitting. Takes an Owls bounce. Looking. Splitting the uprights with one. My goodness, if you believe in the soccer gods, that friendly bounce there for the Owls may have been the soccer gods evening it out after that no call from the ref just moments ago. But hey, that depends on where you're sitting. From my vantage point, it's a tough play. Everyone's got an opportunity at the ball. Everyone has just as much of a right to the ball as the other guy on a 50-50 ball situation like that. Those are some of the toughest calls to make as a ref. But we know for sure, as the song and dance remains the same, Knights in the driver's seat by just one. Owls, oh, nice move around one, and what a play! Stepping up and making the tackle. Gandalf-level effort there defensively. You shall not pass. Final 15 minutes here in the first half, and there is more of the rough stuff, and that is that card I was expecting to see. Is it the last that we'll see today? Trainer's going to come on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout with these two teams. 14:06, the official time left in the first half. 1-0 the score on the big board. The Owls looking to change that, though. Free kick for the Owls is going to come about 5 yards behind the midfield line. So that's 5 yards into their defensive zone. But they've got everyone pushed up. They're expecting a big kick. They had an opportunity like this earlier in this first half when it bounced over everyone's head and no one could get to it. Oh, my! Another tremendous kick, but the goalie got the mitts on it and punched it and deterred the ball just enough that it didn't end up bouncing in the back of the net. That time, as it is a corner kick now, another opportunity for the Owls. Just looks a little different. Their last corner, not a strong effort. This one a little better, but again, too much mustard on that dog. Got under the ball that time, but wanted to place that more in towards the middle, I'm sure, as there was only one Owls player in that back post position. So that certainly wasn't the play, I'm sure. Missed opportunity. Knights trying to make them pay with a defense to offense move. Two on one. And where's it going? It's a goal kick. The Owls had that advantage numbers-wise on that part of the field, but the Knights had their entire defense back and ready in position for the run. And actually, we're seeing the official call is an offsides. Interesting, though, because I could have swore that sideline ref kept running with the play. Usually the sideline ref stops running right at the position of the offsides. Maybe he just did that to make sure there was no extra rough stuff. Regardless, song remains the same. Knights up 1, but the drama is building. I got a feeling we're going to see one more before we hit halftime. What direction is it going to go? Is it going to be the equalizer? Or is it going to be a back-breaking second goal before the halftime whistle? Aren't you glad you are watching live on YouTube? Aren't you glad you joined us on this Thursday evening? I hope you can join us live from the Castle at some point this season. Go on the CCBC Essex Athletics website and check out the schedule. Figure out a time that you can come check out a game here at the Castle. Great action on the turf. Chicky sandwiches in the stands. Chip play onto the far sideline. Knights need the cross. And a meeting of the minds sends the ball straight up the elevator shaft and out of play. Knights will hold on to possession here, far sideline. Final 10 minutes of the first half. Big throw. And some hand fighting, says the ref. That's the end of that offensive opportunity. Big kick onto the other side. Owls have possession just for a moment, but 2 white jerseys right there. Run in towards the box, and it'll be a corner kick opportunity. Effort strong on both sides. The first corner for the Owls, very poor. The second one, just a little better. Is it a Goldilocks situation? Is the third one just right? They elect to go for the short kick. And that one, a little better, but still not what they were looking for. It's always tough to say don't go for the shot in that situation, but you have so many players in the middle of the box there. You catch a bouncing ball in that spot, especially when you have white jerseys rushing out towards you as the ball carrier, or maybe you give it right back to the corner taker. Breaks of the game for the Owls have not been going their direction. They are still fighting and still searching for what they need to get this game back to even. Problem is, the Knights, they're still searching as well. They're still searching for distance. The pace has really not changed for the Knights. The strategy has really not changed for the Knights at all, after scoring that first goal. I think what's kept this game at 1-0 is not the Knights' effort, but the Owls. The Owls have upped their defensive effort in the late stages of this first half. And they have kept this game close. And they're going to have 5 minutes to figure out a way to get this game to even. So the flip side of that coin is the Knights are going to have 5 minutes to figure out a way to create some more distance. You know they're going to. You know Coach Fiedler on the sideline for the Knights has something that he wants to see his team do a little differently in the second half. We like the effort. You know he's found something that he wants to see this team improve on. What's it going to be? Is this the last strong look at offense in the first half for the Owls, as this is a free kick about 15 yards outside the box, and he catches it on the hop. An easy, clean catch of the cannonball that time, though not out of the danger zone. Knights fumble on the clear. Owls looking for space. What a recovery defensively by the Knights. Had that turnover in their own zone, didn't get caught sleeping at all. Kept the ball in front of them the whole way through. And now they're going to make the Owls do it again on the corner. How many times you see turnovers like that, bouncing balls in your own zone, turn into quick little disaster shots. Knights quickly recovered, made the play, looking to make another here. Oh, this is the best effort we've seen so far on the corner, but another clean catch of the cannonball. And that was the bouncing ball in the middle of the box that the Owls were looking for. They got someone to put a strike on it. Those volleys, those one-timers, some of the toughest strikes in the game. The pros make it look easy. And that's why they get paid the big bucks. And the Owls trying to get the cross off. Knights shut the door once again. And this ball has stayed on this side of the field. It's tilting just a little bit, but the score remains the same. Knights stepping up and making the plays defensively. Can they make one more? 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Bouncing ball in the middle again, and again. Goalie gets the mitts on it. Colton Drought, sophomore out of Towson, Maryland. Not only did he get the mitts on it that time, it was a real quick throw up that far sideline. Created that defense to offense transition opportunity. Knights looking to tilt the field once again. Keep this ball on this side of the field for the final 3 minutes and change. As we approach the final 3 minutes, I want to take this opportunity once again to remind you at home, these two teams only scheduled to have a 5-minute halftime period. So if you need a snack, put the popcorn in the oven or in the microwave quick. Who cooks popcorn in the oven? I don't know. I don't really like popcorn. Put the popcorn in the microwave quick or call Domino's now. Get your snack right now because halftime is going to be a quick one, and this fight is coming back, and we are going to have a finish. These two teams trying to get this full 90 minutes in before Mother Nature rears its head, as they are calling for lightning to come through this area around 9. Trying to get this game in, finished before then, and we're making great time. Making great time and also getting treated to a real tremendous start to this rivalry between the Knights and another Owls team. This Prince George's Community College Owls team, not to be confused with the Owls over there at Harford Community College. Only fitting that a potential new rival shares the same name as their biggest rival, as another strong save there as that ball low off the turf. And this PG County Owls team has been up to the test for their battle with the number 4 ranked Knights. And for those of you unfamiliar with that PG County area, you must not be an NBA fan, because that is an NBA hotbed, so to speak, if there ever was one. So many great players coming from that part of the country, finding their way into the NBA, much like Dunbar High School back in the 80s and 90s in the Baltimore City area, and much like for lacrosse, the prep school high school scene is here in the Baltimore County area. PG County doing something special with their athletes out there. The community college ranks proven to be a tough opponent as well for this number 4 nationally ranked Knights team. Coach Fiedler's squad, aspirations of punching a ticket back to the big tournament. And that's everybody's goal when the season starts. You punch your ticket to the big tournament, well, hey, you got a chance. Well, you have two teams that have done a good job of starting the season off. Both teams yet to taste defeat. The Owls need to make some changes if they want to make sure that stays the same, as right now they are 45 minutes away from taking their first loss of the year as the Knights go into that 5-minute halftime period with a 1-0 lead. Each team had 5 minutes to talk strategy. And who will implement that strategy the best in this final 45 minutes? That is going to be the difference, because this game is about as close as you can get. It is currently 1-0. Knights 1 goal coming back in the earlier portion of the first half, about maybe 10-15 minutes into the game or so. A nice centering pass and a top shelf cookie for goal number 1, and that is been the difference here in this one. The Owls, on the other hand, they didn't get their first shot on goal until late in the half, and then they peppered it a few times after that. 4 shots on goal for them in the half, but no goals to speak of. And that goes along with 7 corner kicks as well. So the Owls, they certainly got that ball deep into their offensive zone more than a few times. They had their looks. They had their chances. The Knights doing a great job defensively. And it's an early whistle here. 15 seconds into the contest, or into the second half of the contest, I should say. Oh, nice little heel flick. Pass towards space. Owls trying to pass it out of the zone now. And that was a whistle on a continuation. Lack thereof, actually. Ref was letting that loose ball play on a potential continuation. Owls will have it at the spot of the bad tackle. Ball's bouncing around between the two teams in this first 2 minutes. I expected to see these two teams really shot out of a cannon, just like we're seeing to start this half. And I think if the Owls can answer with a quick goal in the first half, that will probably stay the pace for the rest of the game. But the longer this game goes at 1-0, the longer the Knights are able to stay in the driver's seat, at some point we're going to see desperation rear its head for the Owls. If they stretch themselves out a little thin, the Knights are going to be ready to attack. The Knights have been aggressive offensively, but only 2 shots on goal in that first half. That speaks very loudly to the kind of half that they had. They took what was in front of them, but they were also happy to live with possession. Live with them dictating the pace of the game, keeping the ball in front of them. Oh, there's another nice move. He says it came up on the arm. From my vantage point, it was real close to the arm/midsection area. Zebra stripes in a good spot to make the call, though. He says it came up on the arm. Accidental, I'm sure, of course. 3-man wall set up, and this is maybe just what the doctor ordered for the Owls. Two people set up over by the ball. One walks over, and now here comes the ball. And that was a beautiful bounce, but a better save. And if he doesn't catch that cleanly, there is a gray jersey right there to bounce on the cherry pick opportunity. Another solid save from Colton Drought. Oh, what an effort from number 20. Aiden Hidesi, we saw him check out of the game in the first half at one point. Finds his way back in here in the second half, and he's making some early highlight plays. Trying to set himself up for a goal-scoring opportunity, and here comes another one. number 3 today. And now we have three separate players playing with yellow cards out there today. Oh, my, and it's just wide of the net. What tremendous placement on that kick. The play executed perfectly. Just a little outside. That's one from the goalie's perspective. Blink, and he missed it. Blink, and it's past you. Luckily for the Owls goalie, it was past him and not in the back of the net. 5 minutes into the contest, into the second half of the contest, and it is still 1-0. And some rough stuff on the far sideline. Possession stays with the Owls. And our first fight of the season is underway here at the Castle. What a game this has been, and it has been a tremendous game from the word go. These two teams flashing offense, defense. And oh, what an effort individually in the box. Looked like the Knights were slicing through the defense like a hot knife. Needed one more play, and it never came. Strong effort by the Owls. And that'll certainly keep their comeback hopes alive today. Saw an effort like that earlier in the first half from the Knights, where the Owls were slicing through the defense, looking to create a one-on-one opportunity. I said it was a Gandalf-level defensive stop. I think we saw another one that time from the Owls. Owls into the box, 3 white jerseys there. One of them got a backside on it. And oh my, oh, he picked it out of the air. What an effort on both sides. The Owls getting in deep into the box looking for offense. Knights defense not only making the stop, but almost with a quick transition strike of their own. The defender for the Owls picked that ball out of the air. Gave the defense a chance to recover. The action in the second half just as exciting as the first. Maybe more exciting. Each team has had one shot on goal here in the second half. Knights trying to put a passing display on again as they pass it up towards space on the far sideline. Here comes the cross off the knuckles and out of the danger zone for a moment. Owls looking to go defense to offense with some urgency. And the whistle blows it dead. Couple of strong moves here from the Owls offensively, but they can't let themselves think that the long pass in the one-on-one play is the only way to beat this Knights team. We saw them start to string some passes together in the late stages of the first half, and that led to some shots on goal. Now, they weren't the best, but still, shots on goal are shots on goal. And you should take them whenever you can get them when it's a one-goal game. And these long passes and these one-on-one runs, they can be spectacular. Maybe it leads to an opportunity. It's tough to catch the defense napping when they know what's coming. It's tough to catch the defense out of position when they're in position for the attack as opposed to adjusting for the pass. Speaking of adjusting for the pass, the Owls defense adjusting for the cross there. Owls wanted to play on, and they will not get it, as it is a fourth yellow card issued today. And we knew that we were going to see an uptake in the rough stuff in this second half, and we are already seeing it. The longer this game remains as close as it is, I think we can expect to see a little more. But now with 4 players, 2 on each side, playing with yellow cards, this team's got to find the balance between the rough stuff and playing smart. Because if one of these teams gives up a man advantage, that could be the difference breaker, the difference maker. Easy for me to say. The excitement. Got me tongue-tied, and off the post, up and at him. And the whistle blows it dead. My, oh my, another one of those blink and you missed it moments. A laser off the post and up deep into the night sky. Came bouncing down in a tough area. Knights wanted to regroup. Whistle blows it dead. Some more of the rough stuff. Strong effort again on both sides, as the Knights were piecing together a couple of nice passes in a row. Owls defender Messi Morales came in with a solid slide tackle at the last second. We have played a full 10 minutes in the second half, and we have got the same score we started it with. Knights up 1, but now they are knocking on opportunity's door. Throw in. Finds its target right outside the box. Owls found the clear. Now they're looking for the transition, and they will not find it. Defensive effort for the Knights. Jose Yoya. That was a big step up and clear moment there for number 2. If Jose doesn't make that play for his team and that pass finds its target, a whole lot of real estate for the Owls to maybe take advantage of on that far sideline. Knights looking for the real estate. And finding the tackle that went wrong. Whew, man. This is a moment. Right outside the box, Knights trying to create some distance. 4-man wall set up for the Owls. 2 players at the ball. First one takes the strike, and man, oh man. Later in the year on Thursday night, that'll count for 3, but here tonight, it's a missed opportunity. Now up 1, the Knights can afford to miss a few, but how much longer will that be the case? Knights win possession right there at the midfield, looking to build on this momentum. Oh, nice chip in towards the box, but just over the head of its target. We've almost played 15 minutes, and the whistle again switches possession onto the other side. And we have seen a whole mess of whistles here today, not just with yellow cards, but also with these quick changes of possession. You got to think at one point we're going to see in the late stages of the second half a big flag as well. You know that offsides demon is going to rear its ugly head at some point. Possession staying with the Owls on the far sideline. Substitution checking into the game. We have seen consistent substitutions throughout the game, which is no surprise. We knew it was going to be a long 90 minutes for these two teams, with the two schools and coaching staffs agreeing before the game to try and do everything they can to get this full 90 minutes in before the weather plays a factor. And a big moment here for the Owls building. Never know how many more of these opportunities you'll get. 30 minutes. That is all that separates these two teams from the final whistle. And the Owls have an opportunity for a free kick deep in their zone. A moment for them now. Here's the kick. It's solid. One bounce. And they shut the door on that. The Knights watch it bounce all the way onto the other side of the field and then make the tackle to close out that offensive possession. And that is a missed opportunity for sure for the Owls. Knights searching for space. Putting together a couple of nice passes, finding the space. Oh my, what a dribbling clinic. And it leads to a corner around two defenders with style. Knights are hoping it leads to a game breaker. Corner kick, far sideline. Knights up 1, searching for a backbreaker. Good strike, right towards the middle, bouncing around. Knights put it right outside the box, looking for a second effort, and another stonewall defensive effort. The game, the song, the dance remains the same here at the Castle. The Knights up by the smallest of margins, just 1. And these two teams continuing to trade punches. Only difference is Knights, where they sit, their next punch could be the knockout. Owls searching for a counter punch and potentially running out of time. Goal kick switches possession for them. The Owls now more than ever need to figure out a way to clear this ball out of their zone with possession. They need to figure out a way to put a strike on and get this game into a more manageable spot for them. Because if this game remains a 1-0 game and we get to the final 10 minutes, desperation will start to set in, and this Knights team will find the dagger, and they may find it quick. Big reason the Owls have been able to keep this game manageable is their ability to keep the ball in front of them. If they compromise that, thinking that they need to be more aggressive on the attack, well, it'll give the Knights the inch they need. Owls don't need an inch here. They need a friendly bounce, and they will not get it on that one. The front post man with a tremendous effort. And boys and girls at home, that is why your goalie tells you to guard the post. Man on that front post in the perfect spot to get a head on that ball and send it out of the danger zone. And now the Knights back on their heels for a moment as possession switches to the Owls with 25 minutes left to play. And hands on back, and that is a frustration foul for sure, and it is another yellow card issued, 5th of the day. Tough spot. Knights with possession. That free kick came just about 5 yards into their offensive zone. One-on-one effort. Make it 2-on-2. Owls get the 50-50 ball for a moment. The Knights make sure it's a quick run that time. And now officially 25 minutes left to play in the contest. These two teams continue to trade punches. These two teams continue to battle. And the final whistle, inching closer and closer. And that flag on that far sideline again. He blows it dead, this time for the Owls. And he says, back it up, son, about 10 yards, please and thank you. We knew the whistle was going to play a factor in this second half, and it has played a major factor. Will it continue? Two teams going back and forth with possession here for a moment as the Knights get a long pass on. No one there initially to field it. How about another effort? And this time the Owls are there. Tired legs maybe starting to play a factor here. It has been a long 90 minutes, or long almost 90 minutes. Approaching 23 minutes to play. We're almost towards the end, but not quite there. This game has some more legs, some more distance. And who's going to take it the distance? And we see a substitution change. Substitution at this point of the game, not just an opportunity to get fresh legs in, but for the Knights, it's an opportunity to kill some time as well. Clock continues to tick. You've set the pace. Owls have to meet you at it, and they've been unable to do so just yet, and a flag. That far sideline judge has been very busy here in this second half. And it's another one that goes in the direction of the Owls. Every change of possession, a sigh of relief for them. Every time they can get a chance at offense, that's a welcome sign. Down one in the late stages of the game. Their issue, though, getting that ball into their offensive zone with possession. That has been tough. The defensive midfielders for this Knights team really put on their tackling shoes. We have seen a strong effort at the midfield over the last 10-15 minutes for this Knights team. Not letting that ball get too far past them. Not letting the opportunity for the Owls build too much. Colton Drought, more than a handful of saves for him here today. But it's been a while since he's had to make one. The midfielders for the Knights may get the glitz and glamour in terms of creating the turnovers, as we saw just there at the midfield a second ago. They may get the interceptions, they may create the turnovers, but the forwards and their ball pressure, certainly a big factor as well. The effort defensively, top to bottom for Coach Fiedler's squad. The same could certainly be said about this Owls team as well. Their effort has been tremendous. Just not good enough. Is that going to be the theme of this game for the Owls? Knights looking for a potential backbreaker. Under 20 minutes to play. They go for the short corner. Good ball pressure put on by the Owls, and that is all she wrote. Another strong defensive effort for PG County, keeping those hopes alive. Sorry about that, fans at home. I'm sure you heard that. We got bouncing balls on the turf and bouncing cups here in the broadcast booth. The action on the field has been blazing. It's been hot. It's been fast. And it's making its way up here to the broadcast booth. We can feel the heat all the way from up here. These two teams going at it. In game one of a new rivalry here at the Division II level. The Owls had been a rival at the Division III level, but this is their first year at D2. Playing in the same division and conference as the Knights. You know what that means for them? That means they have to look up to the Knights even more at this point, as Coach Fiedler has established the Knights as the team to beat at this level. How many straight years winning the conference and punching the ticket to the national title? I mean, it's so many, I lost track at this point. The Knights are the team to beat at this level, and they're proving exactly why here tonight, answering every challenge placed in front of them in this game against the Owls. Another challenging moment developing in front of them right here, and the ref says play on. It was a strong defensive effort to match the strong offensive effort. But is that a momentum-building play for the Owls? Desperation starting to set in, you'd think, as they are running out of time. Final 17 minutes. It's right here. It's right now. Two substitutions ready to check in at the next whistle for the Knights. And got his head in there in a dangerous spot. Whistle goes the Knights' way. And as much as one goal changes everything for the Owls, the flip side to that is it's just as true for the Knights. One goal changes everything for them. It certainly would be a dagger if they could find it. And everyone keeps looking to the ref. He'll blow the whistle if he wants to. Oh, what a steal at the midfield. Crab cakes in defense, it's what Baltimore does. Now the defense to offense quickly, and it went over the line, says the man carrying the flag. Oh my, blink and you missed it on both sides. The Owls trying to put it behind them. Trying to answer. Officially 15 minutes. That is all that separates these two teams from the final whistle. And we still have the same score on the big board that we started. 1-0. The Knights found that one goal way back in the first half, and they have been able to keep that distance between them and the Owls ever since then, but certainly not for lack of trying. The Owls, 8 corner kicks on the day, 5 shots on goal. They're actually out shooting the Knights right now. But hey, what good is that when you don't touch the back of the net? Offense developing there for a moment for the Knights. Owls looking for offense now. Switching fields. Ball took some time to get there, though. Defense able to be in position now, and they shut the door initially. But an opportunity on a freebie, it looks like. Too strong on the closeout, says the referee. Free kick in towards the middle, and he catches it cleanly. Oh, my. Colton Drought climbs up to the tippy top of the ladder and gets the mitts on it. Knights still up 1. And there it is. A big whistle in the box. And which way is it going? Knights are celebrating like it's going their way, and it looks like it is, as the zebra stripes is set up on the dot. Big spot here for the sophomore, the man who wears the captain band. Looking to show why right here. Looking for the backbreaker. Jose Yoya. Back of the net. 2-goal lead. Matches the number on his jersey. What a big spot. The whistle we knew was going to play a big factor in this second half, and it has, and it may have been the difference in this one. The penalty kick in the box awarding that great opportunity to the Knights to put the backbreaker on. The Owls aren't out of time, but they're certainly running out of it. 13 minutes. That's all that separates these two teams from the final whistle, and now the Knights. I think we may see them up their aggressiveness. So important for them to keep the ball in front of them, just like the Owls when it's a one-goal game, because ball gets by them, they find themselves sleeping and out of position. One shot, one goal, brand new ball game. I think we may see the Knights up the aggressiveness just a little bit, take the boys out for a drive in this final 12 minutes. This Knights team has more than a few guys out there who could make an individual run towards a goal, but we have not really seen that at any point today. The Knights have found a great balance, between being aggressive and being conservative. Keeping that ball in front of them, keeping the possession with them. Whistle comes on the far sideline. And give a free kick to the Knights in a real favorable position. And if that second one wasn't a dagger, the third one certainly would be. 15 yards outside the box. Good strike put on. And someone right there, but a half a second too late. Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. Oh, there's a chance. It's just slim and none right now. Oh, nice move to regain possession by the Owls. And now the continuation blows it dead. Over the back. Way too aggressive there. Whistle says we can remain here. 10 minutes to play. And 10 minutes is all that separates these two teams from the final whistle. Another substitution package checking into the game for the Knights. As the wind looks to be picking up a little bit, I'm sure the weather is coming any minute now. It was scheduled, the Lightning, to roll through here at 9 o'clock, and we will be getting this game finished before then. I want to thank the referees, coaches, and players for this 90-minute marathon that we saw here in front of us. Still taking place, of course, 9 minutes left. 9 minutes for the Owls to find a comeback. It's going to come at the end of a very, very long marathon. And plays like that will not help. And is that the yellow? It is. And it is another one issued here in this game. And that second goal for the Knights really changed the entire feeling of this match. Owls had a couple of quality runs. Oh my! Tic-tac-toe! One more for the road. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Off one head, a second, into the back of the net. What a beautiful play. And there it is, the dagger for sure. And if the game changed after the second one, it certainly changes after the third. I was in the middle of saying just a moment ago before that one, the Owls had a couple of really good runs in this second half, and they were really hanging around. Their effort stayed strong. They knew they were right there, and then that penalty kick goal really killed their effort. And it has been all night since then. Possession and score as well. And how about one more? The floodgates open now. 4 goals on the board for the Knights. Will it be 4 unanswered goals? Will the Owls find one? Couple of just tremendous passes there from the Knights, leading to the final centering pass. And that was just like the first goal of the game for the Knights. Centering pass right there into the middle of the box, and nothing the goalie can do about that one. You saw the cries from one of the Owls players, keep your head up, and that goes along with what I was saying just a moment ago. The real change in momentum and pace for them after that second goal, and it is tough to keep the hopes up high when you know they're on life support after a goal like that. If they were on life support a moment ago, if it was Slim and none a moment ago, well, I think Slim has walked out and left us with just none. Our friend Slim left the lights on, though. So we get to watch this final 7 minutes and 30 seconds unfold. Knights are looking to sprint across the finish line on this marathon. And what an effort coming onto the other side to break up the offensive go-round, at least for a moment. Danny Nestorick, freshman out of Parkville by way of Eastern Tech. Number 14 with a strong defensive closeout. Usually the offensive player will hear the footsteps. Not that time. He came in like a bull. Gave the defense an opportunity to set up, and they will be looking for the shutout, I'm sure, the Knights. They had 5 shutouts last year in the conference. They already have 2 shutouts this season, which means that they have yet to surrender a goal this year. They are looking to keep that trend going. Substitution checking in for the Owls. One touch right back to the throw-in taker. Playing hot potato with possession here for a second. Owls looking for the cross. Only finding the waiting arms of the keeper. It's been a minute since he had to come off the line, and he did it without hesitating. Colton Bagnall-Drought, sophomore out of Towson, Maryland, by way of Concordia Prep School. And there is a offsides flag on the far sideline as we officially hit 5 minutes to play in the contest. And what a change in feel. Most of this final 40 minutes was about as even as you can get. We hit that 15-minute mark, and it was still a 1-goal game. And then the Knights got that penalty kick opportunity and really changed the entire feel of that one. And that play we saw just a moment ago from the Owls where they had 2 players just run into each other, that kind of sums up how it's been since surrendering that penalty kick goal. The floodgates opened. The bottom fell out. And the Knights turned back into the buzzsaw that they have been so many times for teams coming into the Castle. You got to have a full 90 minutes when you come to play these boys. And the Owls had a strong 75 and came up just a little short. I want to thank all of you guys at home for joining us this evening. What a fun evening of soccer it was. What a game. That, of course, is all... Oh, what a great effort defensively, stepping up with the slide tackle and creating the deflection. And it's always fun here at the Castle. And the biggest part of that is the action on the turf. Can't do it without them, but you guys at home make it fun as well. The fans in the stands, they certainly make it fun as well. That's why I always encourage you guys at home to check out that CCBC Essex Athletics website and go to the schedule and check out the schedule for this men's and women's soccer team and figure out when you can come to the Castle and cheer, easy for me to say, cheer these guys on. We've seen great effort from the men so far and good effort from the women as well. Remember, it was a doubleheader that started the action where the soccer program was able to get a clean sweep, start the season off 1-0 on both sides. What will the future hold for these 2 soccer teams here at CCBC Essex? Only time will tell. And luckily for you, you get to join us live on YouTube and in person for the entire ride. Tackle at the midfield. We've seen a real tackling clinic put on between these two teams. The passing clinic, on the other hand, really more just on the side of the Knights as we see another tremendous pass leading to a scoring opportunity. "90 seconds left. I wonder what the drive home will sound like for this Prince George's Community College team. Such a strong effort for them for most of this game, really going toe-to-toe with the number 4 ranked nationally. The bottoms just fell out at the end. There's a lot to build on for this Owls team. A lot to be proud of here with a game like this. But of course, no moral victories. And this still will count as the first official loss of the season for this Owls team. But once again, they went toe-to-toe with the number 4 nationally ranked Knights team. And they came out with a good story. But the final score in this one, as the clock hits triple zeros, the Knights get their 3rd victory of the season. A final score of 4-0. And not only is it the 3rd victory of the year, it's the 3rd shutout of the year for Coach Fiedler's squad. What a start to the season as they look to punch another ticket to the national tournament. They're off to a good start. Where will the season end? Stick around with us and find out. That's it for tonight, though. Aaron Thomas saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night.